Hello and welcome to another episode of Tander Trips, a podcast on deeper conversations while on virtual road trips. You're with me, James, and I'm with my fellow Tanders, si Rico from Tander Chats. Hello, Rico.
Hey guys, and thanks James.
Ayan.
I hope, yeah, so like last time, based on last time, I won't drive your truck anymore.
Yes, please. Don't crash it. Ay, so ayan no, Tander Trips, tuloy pa rin ang discussion on things besides video games. And our topic for today will be, eto, kasi dahil nga sa pandemic and everything,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is forced to work from home. And tamang-tama, we have Rico here who also works for a company called Toggle. No? Baka you could introduce what Toggle is, Rico, before we start.
So Toggle is an Estonian company. It was founded by
Mm,
Estonians, but
okay.
we're a SaaS service that makes it easy for people to track their time. Uh,
Okay.
we started out, well, the founders started the company because they used to be a software consultancy, uh,
Mm.
and to help them build their clients properly, they actually built a tool internally to track their time so that they could accurately tell their clients, oh, this is how much work we did for you. And then
Ah.
when 2008 came around, that last recession,
Mm-mm.
uh, they lost half of their clients, but then they realized that their internal tool was
Mm-mm.
really useful, especially because their old clients actually liked the reports that the tool would generate for them. So yeah, they
Ah.
turned it into a product, and 12 years later, it's going strong. Um, Something that they did way back in their past was they decided to go fully remote. Uh,
Okay.
and because I think their philosophy was they wanted to. Well, in the first place, they work in an industry where presence isn't really mandatory important.
Mm-mm.
It's a software tool, so the work can be done practically anywhere. And second, they also wanted to have access to a global talent pool, basically.
Mm.
So
Wait,
yun.
for the ano lang, for the unaware lang. What do you
Hmm.
mean by SaaS?
Oh, software as a service. So
Ayan.
uh, basically a service that's cloud-based. You don't need to install it on your computer. I mean, that's a very
Mm.
simple definition. But yeah, for example, Google Docs. You don't
Yan,
need
oo nga.
to install anything to work with it. It's you just need to
Tama.
access it with your browser, for instance.
So everything no is on the website na it's a time monitoring tracking tool that you
Yeah,
use on
it's a
your
time
browser.
tracking tool. Yes.
Yan.
Uh,
Okay.
we so you guys can go to toggle.com. That's toggl.com, and
Oh,
we actually so the company I work for is actually called Toggle Track. That's the time tracking tool. But we
okay.
also have a project management tool called Toggle Plan and
Mm.
a recruitment tool called Toggle Hire.
Okay. So they all work in conjunction with the main product, no?
Yeah, yes,
Or and
they
can
can
be
all.
they can work in conjunction and work independently as well.
Yes, yes. They
Okay,
are
cool.
separate. They are separate products, but you can integrate them with each other.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. O sige, let's start the topic na. Ito, work
Oh,
from
sige, sige.
home. Tamang-tama. I guess medyo parang expert ka na rin dito, Rico, since you mentioned that your team no works fully remotely.
Yes.
Well, for you, I guess it's not a choice because they're based in Estonia. But yun, dahil yun, literally there's a physical distance between your head office and you.
Mm-hmm.
Yun, so I guess you're very familiar with working from home. Is this your first gig that like really work from home? I mean, even before the pandemic, nagwo-work from home ka na ba talaga?
Oh yeah, yeah. I started working with Toggle back in 2017. So I'm
Okay.
actually reaching 3 years soon, and
Okay.
so I've been working from home, since yeah, way before the pandemic, pa.
So sanay na sanay ka na. So when the pandemic came rolling in, wala na. I mean, you've been ready for 3 years na.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
uh,
me and my office mates, our only concern was dealing with the panic buying.
ah,
Uh, pero yeah, we all, well, to be fair, kasi a lot of my office mates, since we're fully remote,
mhm,
which is basically, oh sige, ikaw nang bahala kung saan mo gusto mong trabaho. Basta do your job.
mm.
Some of my office mates would actually rent a co-working space, so they
Oo.
would actually work there. But a lot of us, including myself, work from home.
I see. Oo, okay. So for me naman, parang nung eto ngang work from home, bale nag-start na kami mag-experiment din eh na
Hmm.
if you remember early this year yung 'di ba yung Taal volcano,
Yes, yes,
nag-erupt 'di ba? So
yes.
parang eh, just like the pandemic, going out was kind of hazardous to your health also.
Hmm.
So we decided for like a week na, oh sige, let's work from home to keep everybody safe, no? Your respiratory and everything. Um, dahil dun, parang, yan, nakapag-experiment na. We had to look for systems for game development na, okay, how do we really work remotely? At yun, buti na nahanap na plan siya. Tapos buti na naging pandemic time na, madali na yung transition to working from home.
Oo nga, tapos di ba you're planning to make it permanent na since it's worked so well?
Yeah, actually tama. Oh, I mentioned this to you na we really plan to just work from home na, do it permanently na. We saw that parang yeah, everybody feels that the work is better, the output's better. I'm hoping less stress for my people. Kasi I think one major factor of the stressors are yung
Traffic.
magko-commute ka pa, traffic, 'di ba?
Oo nga.
Swerte lang ako yan. I have a car pero like not all of the people in my team drive din. So, yun, you're forced to commute in Manila, which is not a pleasant experience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, not to diminish what people who have to take mass transit go through every day. Kasi
yeah.
I would say it's literally hell. Pero even if you have a car, stress din eh. Kasi like my wife,
Mm-mm.
when she was still reporting to the office, she had,
Mm-mm.
at least 3 hours of her day gone because of travel to her
Mm-mm.
office, back and forth.
Tama. Oo. So,
So,
sayang lang.
sayang ng oras
Say,
talaga.
oo. Kaya, yan, buti talaga. I mean, one of the silver linings of the pandemic nga was, yan, you're forced to do new things, try new things, like in this case, work from home. And yeah, maganda naman. Buti it turned out really good for us.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually know someone who he owns a digital marketing agency.
mm,
Um, so they all started working from home when the pandemic started. And then they're switching
mm,
na to that permanently din. Kasi it's proven,
mm,
they've still proven effective eh.
mm. Oh, daming laking tipid pa. I mean, both for the company
Oh yeah, yeah,
and for the people in the company, no.
yes.
Um, so yun, well, I would like to ask na rin, no. Ikaw ba when you started working from home, what was like the biggest challenge for you when shifting to yeah, remote work?
Uh,
Sobrang tagal na hindi mo na
so,
maalala.
yeah, hindi ko na malala, pero I guess the biggest change for me was, before when you have to go to work, you
Yeah,
have to spend a few minutes a day to get ready.
yeah.
So, that's yung shifting mindset mo. Ito
Oo.
kasi, literally, when I wake up, I can literally just walk straight to my computer and start working.
Hmm,
Uh, so, medyo nawala din yung... yes, yes, yeah, that reminds me. So, medyo nawawala din yung barrier between my professional and personal life.
hmm,
Kasi, wala, I don't have to switch locations eh. That's actually a reason why some of my office mates decided to rent a co-working space, even though they could work
mm,
anywhere. Because they wanted that transition between locations
Oo
to
nga
mark
'no.
their mindset change, parang gano'n.
Oo, tama, mindset change. Parang nabanggit ko nga yata 'to sa last episode pero like I read an article nga that some it is recommended that you wear like proper clothes to
Mm.
when you're gonna work na in your from your house. I mean, wag yung diretsong pajama tapos diretso diretso trabaho.
Yes.
Para yun tama to like separate your mindset na okay, you flip a switch, okay, it's time to work na. So bibihis na ako, get ready and everything. Um, I guess it's important rin for your mental well-being or mental health, 'no? Parang may on and off na, "O sige, bihis na ako, pangbahay na, wala ng trabaho," 'di ba?
Sana trabaho. But,
Oo.
I mean, what I learned actually though was I guess I got used to it. In my case, I got used to it na parang I can easily switch between work mode and home mode. I
Mm.
know that, in other words, it became clear to me na, ay, it's not pala important, that kind of mindset change.
Okey, oo.
But then I'm sure for a lot of people it is. So, yeah, what you said, if that advice, if you really need that mindset change, you'll discover it naman as you continue working from home.
Yeah.
Then that kind of advice would work really well.
Mm. Oo. Oo, parang ako yung biggest change ko talaga din is, well, yan besides, hopping out from your bed and straight to work, uh, I guess it's yung ano, parang like more of managing your time na parang,
Mm.
sa bahay lang ako, parang I can procrastinate and do this later
Yes.
kasi yan, because I can and I know I have the time. Pero minsan sa kaka-procrastinate, nakakalimutan ko na yung ginagawa ko na, "Ay, kailangan ko palang gawin 'to,"
Oh,
gano'n.
and then worse. Yeah, this happened to me also. Worse, because you do that, you end up working, up to 10 p.m. kasi you have to finish
Mm.
pala something.
Yeah,
Mga tipong ganun.
ayan,
So, yeah,
'yan.
that's really crucial talaga.
Oo nga. Ay, time management. Well, parang di na time management, it's more of ano na, baka self-discipline ng ang issue diyan.
And that's where toggle track can help you. That's really,
Yeah, oo.
I
Oo
mean,
nga, like
mm,
oo nga, how does now that you bring that up, how does Toggle can help you with that? Ano, dahil ba sa may time tracking or
oh, kasi,
ano?
so the way it's set up is you can track, we give you access to a timer that you can turn on when you work on something. Then you can
Yeah.
categorize your time. It's all very straightforward, but as you work kasi through the day, you get to see right away what you've been doing. So, okay, I spent pala 2 hours on this, for
Okay.
example, or I spent another hour on this. So you get a breakdown of your day. So, uh, at the very least, you'll see right away. Wait, I've done na 7 hours of work. I better stop na.
Hmm.
And then you can adjust your day based on that na, okay, I better be more efficient kasi parang I'm not doing that much pala. Parang gano'n.
Hmm. So, parang ano rin ba, brine-breakdown din ba niya yung mga tasks na after like ano, if you're doing a lot of things na, okay, today, sabihin mo, developer ako and
Mhm.
artist at the same time na medyo mahirap gawin. But like say, today it's like most of my day it's 50% coding and then another 50% was doing art. Nagagawa ba yan ng software o hindi
Yeah, yeah.
naman?
I mean, kasi when you use the timer, you can categorize your time kasi. So,
I see.
yeah. So you'll be able
Hmm.
to really see where you've been spending time on.
Oh. Okay, ang galing, And then of course I guess the higher ups can see rin, 'no? Kung
Hmm.
breakdown ng
Yes,
time
yes.
mo per day.
Actually, if you want, I can demo it to you after this or next week.
Dinemo sa akin,
Seryoso
binebenta.
kasi feeling ko talaga it will be useful not only for yourself but for your team as well.
Sige nga, oo nga.
Sige,
Actually,
sige.
like you bring up a good point nga, na it's not naman, we don't trust my team members, pero baka it's more for them na rin na they know na okay, today pala I've done this much, and then pag na-stuck ka, parang minsan na-realize mo, ay, parang I wasted so much time on this
Hmm.
problem.
Yes.
I could have done other things pala.
Yes, yes,
Ah,
exactly.
Yun. Yun
Exactly.
yung malaking bagay, no?
Tapos that's for the staff, pero for the management, they can easily, so kunwari hindi na sila kailangan mag-call ng Zoom meeting para ma-update
Ah,
yung, they can just look at the reports. Ay, okay, so so and so worked on this and this.
ah,
Yun, yun.
para tuloy-tuloy na.
Oo.
Sabagay, sabagay. Uy, ganda ng views. Ano ba
Ay,
tayo?
ano?
Eh,
Wow, ang ganda ng
eh,
highway.
oo nga.
Saan to?
Hmm, saan na
Anong
nga
country?
ba? I think we're headed up north eh. The job I picked, we are going to somewhere in Sweden yata. Basta one of the,
Ah,
ano,
okay. Scandinavian country.
one of the Scandinavian countries.
Uy,
Pero, yeah, I called it. Mahilig yung game na to eh, when there's somebody in the shoulder, they like to slow down.
grabe.
Ayan. Ganun yata talaga in real life eh. When may tao sa shoulder, kailangan mo yata mag-slow down ng konti. Ay, anyways, sige.
Hindi
Going
parang sa
back to the
Pinas na
topic.
na
Oo,
dire-diretso lang.
hindi yung bara-bara lang. Ay, okay. Ayun, sinasabi ko nga, going back to the topic, how
Mm.
was your, like, working habits improve, like, from working from home? Compared to, I guess you had ano rin, prior to working to Toggle, you had prior working experience with other companies, and obviously they're, I guess, office based. So compared to working from home and working from the office, have you seen any, like, habits or things in yourself that have improved while working?
Well, honestly, I can't say if there are any improvements, but
Mm.
what I can point out is si Toggle kasi is a European company.
Mm.
So they really value work-life balance. I
Mm.
remember when I first started,
Mm.
and then I would stay online past my hour 6 p.m. Yung boss ko
Mm.
mismo would message me like, "Oh, ba't ka pa online? Uy, tumigil ka na."
Yeah.
Kasing literally ganun siya. So, I can't say if my habits improve, pero I guess that's a benefit of working remotely. You can actually, yeah, while employers have more options
Okay.
in terms of the talent they can hire, the talent also have more options regarding the employers they work for or the people they work for. So, you can actually work for a company that really, I mean, okay, I won't say any names, but you
Mm.
know, in many of my previous employers, medyo expected na yung overtime work.
Mm.
'Di ba? Ang daming tao
Oh,
dito rin kasi na, medyo required na mag-overtime. 'Di
oo
ba?
nga eh. Yung ano pa eh, yung overtime na di ka pa babayaran.
Oo, oo, yun, yun. Hindi ka
Oo. Tsaka
babayaran.
yung ano rin, yung ayoko rin yung kailangan mo magstay sa ano, na, kunyari, 6 o'clock yung uwian. Pag umuwi ka ng 6 o'clock on the dot, parang titingnan ka parang masama. No? Aga mo naman umuwi, parang di
Oo,
kaya tayo
oo.
nagtatrabaho, di ba? Yun. Yun yung pangit na culture sa atin eh.
Actually, oo, yeah.
'Di ba? It's like, who are you trying to impress, 'di ba? I mean,
I mean,
if
I'm
you
paid
had,
to work this long, 'di ba?
yeah, and you had like 8 to 9 hours of working, ba't di mo natatapos? So, may problema ka.
Yun nga, yun nga.
Ayun. Ayun. Ay. Pero maganda yun na at least, 'di ba? I mean, different culture na force ka talaga, forced to good at least, no, na may work-life balance kayo.
Yeah, I remember nga there was a time that my teammates, hindi na sila na-weirdohan eh. That's why I stopped it kasi they were like, "The hell, Rico? Stop it." Parang ganun. As in, yun yung reaction nila.
Hmm. Ayun, iba. Ako naman ano, it's more on, kasi iba rin yung ano eh, iba rin yung communicating via chat versus just outright saying it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
parang if there's like problems on our game that we're making, or like yeah, like a visual thing, kailangan equally visual din yung, or very descriptive yung mga sinasabi mo na, oh, hindi lang pwede na, oh, baka pwedeng liitan to. Oh, paano?
Oo,
Ganong kaliit, 'di ba?
oo nga.
Or 'di ba? So yeah, parang kailangan binubuo mo na yung sentences mo and ideas na, okay, baka kailangan liitan mo to like maybe 10-20% smaller, gano'n. Or maybe you can align
Yeah,
it with like this.
yeah,
Ah,
exactly. Tapos,
yun.
and that's actually an advantage I think din sa remote work kasi you can actually share your screen na eh. Uh,
Mm,
so you can actually I'm not sure if your designer would like this, but I imagine kasi it's more efficient. Like you can first of all you can schedule that call properly. Uh,
mm,
you don't have to wait for everyone to get to a meeting room.
yeah.
Second, your designer can go, oh sige, I'll share my screen. Adjust ko ngayon na, sabihin mo lang kung tama na. Parang ganun. So there's
Mm.
actually more opportunities for, ooh!
Gagong truck yan. Yeah.
There's, there's actually more opportunities for real-time collaboration. I mean, depende din sa company, but yeah, there's a chance for that.
Oo nga, oo nga. Yeah, actually, oo nga. Ngayon ko lang nga na the fact that you can screen share and get things done immediately. Parang laking
Yeah.
bagay eh, na you don't have to hold meetings. Oh, to si ganyan has to do this and ganyan has to do that. You don't have to save
Uh,
it for like
yeah,
at
yeah,
the end of the
exactly.
week, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Get it done right away.
I'm not, ay,
Ay,
feeling, uy,
sorry,
feeling
sorry.
ko nga, feeling ko nga yung designer mo, I mean, I don't know him of course, personally, but I'm
Mm.
sure he'd appreciate that na, sige, sabihin mo lang sa akin kung paano, tapos gagawin ko na ngayon. Parang ganun.
Oo, para tapos na.
Oh, para tapos na.
Oo nga. Or even ano eh, even malaking bagay na uh, yun nga, yung sa chat, no? So, we use Slack mostly for
Mm-hmm.
communicating. So, it's like you just dump your ideas na, ito yung, parang ito yung comments ko, and then like people can like chime in whenever na, parang okay nga siya, or they can like have a better recommendation na, baka ibang color or ibang effect nangyayari, ganun. I mean, yun, may collaboration agad.
Oo, actually.
Oh.
Oo.
Kasi yan, you're kind of forced then to like communicate via Slack, of course. So, yun ang medyong parang uh, the coincidental things that happen din.
Yes, yes.
Yun.
Yes. And, what else? Yeah, I forgot my point, but yeah, people, yeah, I guess that my point being there's really a lot of chances for collaboration because
Mm.
people don't have to do it. They can do it whenever they want to or whenever they can,
Mm.
especially on Slack na asynchronous yung communication way. So
Yun, oh.
you don't have to, you can actually cut down on meetings eh.
Yeah,
Since
oo nga. I think the asynchronous thing is malaking bagay din eh, na you're not pressured to, parang you have time to think about what you're gonna say. It's not like when you're in real time face-to-face conversations na parang pag wala kang sinabi parang shit, parang wala kang alam, or sinisnab mo lang yung tao, 'di ba? So
oo,
you're pressured to say something but na-stuck siya yun.
parang natuto ako sa toggle na okay lang ang scene zone kasi
Mm.
wala naman siyang problema sa iyo eh, 'di ba? So
Oo
okay
nga.
lang talaga ang scene zone.
Baka busy o may
Is
may oof,
hindi pa niya
pumupunog.
kayang ay hindi pa niya
Sorry.
hindi pa niya kayang sagutin, 'di ba?
Yeah, oo nga, oo nga. Ah, wait. Ano ba yung next question natin?
Sige, ako na kasi nag-drive.
Sige. Nung may curve eh.
Do you enjoy working from home rather than in the office? Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you enjoy working from home more, no?
Yes. Yes. Kunwari,
Why is that? Why is
ah,
that?
yeah, pinaka-basic. Kunwari, I'm a bit sleepy. Better. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy. 10-minute power nap. Okay na ako. Balik trabaho. If I
Oo nga.
try doing that in the office, magagalit yung tao. Diba?
Oo nga. Sabihan ka pa na patamad-tamad or ba't ka
Oo.
nagpupuyat. Yung madaming prejudgments, no?
Oo. Uy, ano yan?
May kalat sa kalsada. Oo nga, ako, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy then working from home more now that I've been doing it. Obviously more rin. Um, I think one of the advantages, well, hindi naman advantages, one of the perks pala, no, is yun, because in the studio, in the company, hindi naman ako programmer, hindi naman ako artist. I'm
Mm.
more of the project manager, so I oversee the projects. Um, and yun, it's sometimes you just have to wait for their output na kinocode pa nila yung game or dinedesign pa yung art. And
Mm.
then, minsan, yan, taga-approve lang na, oh, what do you think of this? How does it play? So, but in between those times, parang there's nothing na I can do na wait. Or sometimes I do some admin work, pero there's so much admin work I can do in a day lang din naman. So, ang ginagawa ko na lang just to fill the time is to play video games. So, napapalakas. Actually, nung tinitingnan ko nga yung
Hindi ka naglalaro ng video games. You're researching the industry.
ayan, sige, tama. R&D. Yan. Ano yun?
R&D.
Sinabi ni Tito Job sa isang episode, ano yun? May sinabi siya nakakatawa sa R&D eh.
Market research rin?
Hindi, parang reluctance in something eh. Parang ganun eh. Ibang words ginamit niya. Anyways, yun. Pero yun, napapalaro ako more. Sometimes I look for games that are yung very easy to either pause or just to stop. Para if something comes on Slack, I can immediately reply or look at it. And then afterwards, yan, balik laro na lang.
Mm.
Yun.
Yeah, same here. I mean, there. I mean, granted, I don't. How do I say this? I have to do a lot more constantly. Well, okay, because I'm not a project manager. I'm the one doing the production, so to speak, in Toggle Track.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally understand that people in project management roles, when they've laid down everything, they can just do admin work now or do other important things, diba? And that's the versatility allowed from working from home, eh.
Yeah.
Allowed by. And yeah, I'm also sure na we both have kids, diba? So you enjoy also, baka may bagal. Okay.
Binagalan ko na.
Yun, we also get to, I mean, syempre, yung anak ko, ang kulit niya kasi, Daddy, how do I turn on the meeting? Daddy, how? Pero yeah, at least I'm there with him, diba?
Yeah, oo nga. Like, may routine na nga ako with my kids na, well, with my eldest pala, na, kasi after lunch, may ano rin siya, may additional classes. Yung, alam mo yung I-level, yung parang kumon siya for math and English, for reading.
Uy, yun. Parang gusto ko yun.
Yun, may ano siya, may, ano na, kasi remote na lahat. So, tinuturuan na siya via Zoom. So, set up ko lang yung Zoom call niya. Tapos, ayan, sige. Tapos, i-ready ko na rin yung mga books niya. Tapos, yan. Mga 1 hour, nag-ano na siya. Nag-eye level na.
Okay.
Yun. Then, well, math tsaka English. So, yan. Yung mami na niya ang nagtutulong sa kanya sa homework kasi mahina si Papa dyan. Ay.
Anong 13 times 13?
Nako, nagdadrive ako, hindi ko alam. Saan yung calculator ko? Mahina ako sa math. Nako, when I was in grade school and high school, every summer ko math. Solid.
Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin. Tapos the only reason na parang kasi nung 4th year high school na ako, ewan ko lang, behavior kasi it's by they get the averages out of the 4 quarters.
Okay.
To see if you're gonna pass or whatever. So sinabihan na ako na, oh, pag di mo ginalingan sa fourth quarter, hindi ka makaka-march. And for you to pass the subject, you need to at least have a grade of parang 95% yata.
Grabe.
Grabe. Tapos sabi ko, sige, sige. Ginawa ko lahat as in like, pag may mga extra class, pag Saturdays, ina-attend ko for extra credit para yung mga quiz kasi niya nasasama sa final grade mo. Ginawa ko
Mm.
lahat. Tapos ano, I really studied, I really did everything. Yung tutor talaga nakikinig na ako. Nag-tutor ako pero yan, di pa rin nakikinig kaya bumabagsak. So, so yun, ginawa ko na lahat. Tapos parang at the end, I got 93. Tapos pinagbigyan na ako ng teacher kasi sabi, oh,
Pinibigay ko na lang.
kasi oh, nakita ko yung effort mo. So ito, bigay ko na sa'yo 95%. So yeah! Dun lang ako pumasa sa
Actually,
math.
actually, yeah, that brings me to my another point. Another
Mm.
reason why I like working from home rather than in the office. Medyo
Mm.
pangit din kasi yung performance ko in school. Not medyo,
Mm.
pangit talaga yung performance ko in school.
School
I've
bukol
never,
ka rin pala.
oo,
Oh.
I've never, how do I say it? I've never thrived under traditional structures. Let's
Yan.
say that.
That's you and me, tama.
Ayun. So, that's working from home gives me the versatility to do things
Mm.
the way I want to do it. Parang ganun.
Yeah, oo nga, oo nga. Hindi. I mean, we joke about it, pero I think it's ano eh. It's a big thing na yung sarili mong diskarte, kumbaga,
Yes, yes.
'di ba? Na no
Yes.
one's there to judge you on how slow or
Oo.
how fast you're doing it.
Oo.
Yun. Malaking, I think psychologically malaking bagay siya.
I mean, to be fair, I've never worked in an office where people would have that kind of judgment. But then at the
Mm.
same time, working from home also frees you up from, oh, you have to work at this time, huh? You can't do anything else, huh? Whereas
Oo nga.
now, yeah, now I'm just my boss is like, okay, you work whenever you want. You just have to meet these goals. Yun lang. Diba?
Yun. Oo
Output
nga.
based talaga.
Yeah, kasi ano eh, may working experience naman is actually well, the longest one no in an office was working for my family business. And
Mhm.
ganun din. That's how my dad would say na, oh, pag nasa office ka, trabaho lang. Kumbaga,
Oo, oo.
at that time may iPad ay yung may iPod pa. So, nakikinig ako ng iPad, pinagsibihan ako na, oh, bawal yan kasi work tayo, 'di ba? Pero I guess to their defense din, no, to be fair to them din. I mean, when the boomers kasi look at work, talagang it's ayun ako, binunggo na naman ako. Um, when when the boomers look at work, it's talagang work. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
it's their upbringing din from the previous generation na
Oo,
work
dapat
is
ganito.
work talaga. Oh,
Oo,
dapat
dapat
ganyan.
ganito.
Um, so I guess na naging kasanayan lang. Not like us now. Yeah, we all have these distractions, quote unquote distractions, but they can also be helpful din naman sometimes. So sometimes you just have to clear your mind from time to time or just stop working and think about things, 'di ba?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yun. Hindi naman siya parang linear thing na, oh, work, you switch on your work mode and then switched off after.
Parang imposible ngayon eh. I mean, maybe for some people that's how it is talaga, but
Mm.
I have a feeling it's not possible to have that kind of mindset talaga. I mean,
Yeah.
di ba?
Oo nga. Teka, ano ba yung next question natin? Silip-silip. Ayan. Speaking of working for the family business, what do you think are the hesitations of
Ah,
employers with working from home, with the work from home setup? I mean, before the pandemic, of course, di siya parang narinig mo. Pati ako actually personally when we made when we
decision.
made our studio no na say wala work from home, malabo yan, hirap kasi I want to talk to everybody and see
Uh,
them, no,
yeah.
yun.
Yeah,
uh,
that's I think that's the biggest hesitation then. The leadership fears a loss of control. Kasi
mm,
it's it's more decentralized na eh. So,
Mm.
they're worried that if they need something done at its most basic, if they need something done, they can't reliably make it happen basically because everyone is
Mm.
working in their own area effectively.
Mm. Oh.
Uh, I also yeah also so when I talk to potential customers about our tool, so Toggle Track has been getting a lot of business because more companies are switching to work from home. Their biggest concern is how do I know if someone isn't just doing Facebook the whole day? Parang ganun.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, basically, how do I know that my employees are still productive at home, even though they're working from home or working
Mm.
remotely?
Mm. So, yun sa toggle, nasasagot yan, yung problem na yan.
Oh, and also, yeah, yeah. In
Or
fact,
yung
a lot of
not
people.
mm,
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, nasasagot yung I mean, hindi nasasagot but na ano yung fears nila of that, no? Na alleviate ba?
Yeah, kasi what they're usually looking for is actually a tool that monitors the computer usage.
Okay.
But ako kasi, the way I explain Toggle Track to them, I mean, so of course, again, we're a European company, so namultahan ka ba?
Hindi. May
Ah,
pera pumasok.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, the way I explain it to them is, yeah, wait. So Toggle Track is a European company. They're not really into monitoring the computer usage that much kasi they think it's spying talaga on people, which they don't believe in.
Mm.
But the way I explain it to them kasi is, since we make it so easy for people to declare what they're working on, uh,
Mm.
it's faster for leadership to figure out whether one, someone is being efficient at the work that they say they're doing by
Mm.
comparing what they track, the time that they log versus their actual output. And
Mm.
two, it's like a commitment from the staff member na, okay, I'm running the timer, I'm saying that I'm working on this. I'm actually going to have to work on it. Parang ganun.
Mm. So, oo nga, like, if I would decide to implement Toggle to the
Mm.
company, um, parang how do I let the staff know na, oh, hey, this is not for spying on you or this is not for like yan, parang bantay sarado na
Yeah, yeah.
inaalam ko, gusto ko alamin kung ano yung ginagawa nyo the whole time. I mean, how do you ease that into employees?
Well, we make it clear kasi to the employers first na we're not really a tool for spying on people or yun nga, bantay sarado. Di siya pang bantay sarado. Pero at the
Mm.
same time, we also tell the people who use our tool that it's really a tool for self-improvement. Um,
Mm.
you know, we, I mean, of course, you could have this employer, use our tool to do that kind of thing to their employees, but
Mm.
we really believe that ideally it's a way to help people be more aware of what they're doing so they can make adjustments on their own.
Ayun.
Yun talaga
I think,
yung
oh,
namin.
yun ang ano yun yata yung importante sinabi mo na it's a tool for them to for self-improvement.
Yes.
Oo nga, oo nga. Hmm.
Depende rin sa culture ng company eh. Like, so we actually have a guide to remote work which I will share to you later kasi
Wow.
I guess you can Google toggle remote work yun lang. Pero yeah, we have a
Okay.
guide to remote work that kasi it's also about the culture.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that remote work can only succeed in the company if the culture is there to support it,
Yes, so
diba?
tama. I think malaking ano diyan is ano eh, is trusting the people eh, na
Yes,
they'll
yes,
do their work, 'di ba?
yes.
If you're too paranoid to or yan or you're too um parang too conscious on cost versus the man hours that they're putting versus the output, syempre masisiraan ka talaga ng ulo.
Oo, oo. And at the same time also, you have some industries. Akala ko you're going to miss the turn. Okay. You also have some industries where you're really supposed to track your time.
Okay.
For example, legal firms, law firms. Maraming law firms sa amin. I mean, there's already expectation na you have to track your time because that's how you
Ah,
bill your client.
yeah, yung billable time, no?
Yeah, yeah. And grabe, when actually the reason why I discovered Toggle Track was I used to work in an ad agency and we
Mm.
really had this really bad timesheet system na it was so hard to use that
Mm.
I ganito, I was owed one more month of so when I left the company I had severance pay.
Mm.
To claim it I had to fill up my one my last timesheet. I thought it wasn't worth the trouble anymore.
Wow.
So I
Talaga,
gave it up na.
grabe. So you manually had to track your time, your activities, ganun ba?
Yeah, and also you had to request from your traffic. Traffic's like the project management team in
Okay.
an agency. Na, oh, I'm going to work for this client. Can you please add me to this client, to this project, etc., etc. So I had to wait for that before I could log my time in.
Ah, so ano 'yan, para lang para alam kung per project pasok ba sa budget, gano'n ba?
Well, one, it's to facilitate billing. I mean,
Okay.
my understanding was it was supposed to help with billing, but it was
Okay.
also to help the finance team do profitability analysis na,
'Yun, okay, oo.
oy, baka we're not making too much money on this client kasi
Ah,
ang dami nating work ginagawa for them, but this is just how much we're getting from them. So,
okay.
yun.
Oo nga, I suspect as much is more of that, eh, yung how profitable are you doing the project?
Yeah, yeah. And that's also another thing I also stress to potential customers na,
Hmm.
yeah, we're not here to help your bosses spy on you. We're here to help your bosses understand how to make better decisions for the company so that it will be sustainable. Yun lang. Diba?
Tama, tama. Oo, tama. Oo, kasi I think yung parang initial knee-jerk reaction ng empleyado is na, "Ay, eto si sir, ayan bantay sarado na tayo, hindi na puwedeng mag-gano'n-gano'n." Ta's 'di ba, and then morale
Oo.
goes down and then parang they feel na, "Oh, we're not being trusted because
Mm.
we have this system."
Ayun,
Ayun.
yun.
So
So
yun,
that's one thing we really help with it. We're so easy to use
mm,
na we can overcome that objection kasi it's not like that old system I had to work with where ito pa, the system was only available on the company intranet na ang
ah,
bagal pa niya pag mag-load. So,
ay, hassle.
yeah, hassle talaga.
So yun ang parang pain point, 'no?
Oo.
One big pain point. Nasaan na ba tayo? Parang
Teka,
paganda
tama ba
yung
wait, naka-GPS ka ba?
oh,
Okay, okay.
sinusundan ko lang. Ayan, you see that red line?
Yes,
Yan.
yes.
You
Okay.
just have to follow it. I think we're somewhere in Germany na.
Oo nga, kasi puro Osford, Osford.
Oo nga eh, Ostfarten.
Ayun,
And
Munchburg.
then, ayan, we're in Germany. So medyo malayo pa. Half the distance na, I think. I forgot to reset my odometer. So hindi ko na alam. Unless I pull out the map.
Sige nga, pull up the map while you're moving. Joke lang.
Wow. uh,
Ay, wait. Sige,
so, so,
ako
naka,
na
so,
sinagot.
actually, gusto ko itanong, no? Since we're in Europe, no, we're driving in Europe virtually, have you been to your head office in Estonia?
Ayun, ito. So, like what you said earlier, the employer can save costs
Mm.
because, for example, I'm responsible for my internet. They do support. We do have a home office budget and an equipment budget.
Okay.
But for internet, for the utilities, ako nang bahala dun, di ba?
Uh,
Uh, and then my toggle also doesn't have to rent a huge office because
mm.
no one. So we actually had an office in
Oh,
Estonia,
okay.
which I was able to visit. But we we recently gave up the lease on it because we didn't need it
Wala na.
anymore. I mean,
So
yeah.
in there in Estonia, I mean, iilan lang ba yung full-time employees dun sa Estonia mismo?
Sa Estonia, I think they were around mga 20, more or
Ah,
less.
maliit lang pala.
Maliit lang talaga. I mean,
Ah,
some of them still would go to the office, pero
okay.
parang 5 lang, and then they only do that so that they don't have to hire a co-working space. And pati
Ah,
naman sila, when they decided to close the office, they were like, oh, sabagay, wala naman gumagamit eh.
so no need talaga, no? Laking
Oo,
tipid.
laking tipid. Eh,
Oo.
in fact, we are, my employer regularly holds, well, before the pandemic, we would meet up in Europe somewhere
Okay.
as a company-wide meetup, di ba?
Oo.
Na,
Sarap naman.
yeah, di ba? Kasi
Ano
ang laki
yan?
na ng tipid eh.
Shoulder by your ticket,
Oo,
shouldered
shoulder
by
by the
Toggle.
company, saka
Wow,
yung
sarap naman.
accommodations, oh, 'di ba?
Sarap naman.
Inggit na yung asawa ko eh, kasi siya yung
Ah.
mahilig mag-travel.
Ah. Tapos,
Yun,
um, tas wala
kaya
na. So, kailan shut down yung office nyo?
last week,
Last week lang. So,
nag nag
very recent lang.
nag-Zoom party pa nga kami to say goodbye.
Wow. Goodbye to the office.
Oo.
So, how long were they leasing that office space?
I think, well, that particular office space, I think yun nga, almost 3 years din. Um,
Hmm.
Before that kasi, they had another office. I don't know how long they had that office.
Okay. Wow. Astig.
Diba? Eh,
And is
hmm.
sorry, you were saying.
See, I'm not sure. So, for those who aren't familiar with Automatic, sila yung makers of WordPress. They're also fully
Ah,
remote kasi. They're also fully
okay.
remote. In fact, I know two people from the Philippines who work for Automatic support team. Shout out to Andrew and Sarah.
Wow.
They, they work for the support team. See, Automatic, I think, closed their office last year or 2 years ago because same thing. No one was going to the office anymore. Eh.
Fully remote na, no?
Oo, fully remote sila.
Mm,
Diba?
oo nga. I wonder, I mean, of course, like, yan, software and development companies can do that, no? Pero I wonder kaya in other industries kaya. Well, obviously with not all industries like service and such.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Syempre hindi ka makaka-work from home.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah.
yeah, like most of the other industries na have an office, I wonder how easy it is for them to like really transfer all operations work from home. Like I'm imagining how with yeah, family business ko, uh we own farms, big farms, no?
Yeah.
Pero uh another major, well, besides having farm operations, another major chunk is yung headquarters, yung office namin for
Mm.
admin and for other sister companies. Iniisip ko nga how hard is it for them to go fully ano to go fully work from
Fully
home.
remote. Mm.
Yeah. Kasi
Yeah,
ang
that's actually. Sorry, sorry, go on.
yung kalaban kasi lang diyan is yung paperwork, document, pero I feel now you can solve that a lot with software na eh.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's a blessing in disguise,
Mm.
unlike some people online. But one
Mm.
great thing about the pandemic is it really clarified what's possible.
Mm.
Uh, like, I'm sure a lot of employers really resisted the notion of working from home,
Mm.
but when they had to have their employees work from home because of the pandemic, it became clear na, oh, kaya pala eh. Kaya naman
Mm.
pala eh. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's some rules that can't be done, they can't be worked from home, like what you said, service, manufacturing maybe, and
Mm.
agriculture. But there are a lot of rules where it's entirely possible to work from home talaga.
Mm. Oo nga. I guess ano lang no? Willingness and shift of mindset lang.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then, yan, the right software, not only for, yung, ano man tawag doon, yung sa mga SAP,
Ano to?
what's that, business, ano,
CRM?
parang, hindi, it's more of, ano, yung end-to-end na, gagawa ka ng, sales order, tapos yung sales order niya, babawasan na yung inventory mo.
ERP ba yun?
ERP,
Enterprise
parang
Resource
ganun eh.
Planning. Yeah.
O, yung business, ano, I forget the term, pero yun, those software, integration, and then, yan, yung time tracking, like Toggle, I guess, makakatulong din if for peace of mind for the employer, and I guess for the employees na rin, no? Just to
Yeah,
show that
yeah.
you're working.
In fact,
Um,
there's software that already facilitates. I mean, it's nothing new. There's already software that facilitates contract signing
yeah,
online, diba?
yung mga DocuSign, mga ganun.
Oo, oo.
Oh, naiinis nga ako eh pag ano eh, yung syempre dito sa Pilipinas hindi ginagamit. Pero yung when I deal with yan with my publishers, lahat DocuSign. Sabi ko, uy, sarap naman ito. I just sign on the computer. I don't have to print it, scan it, and send it back.
Oo, oo.
Yeah. Puro ganyan
Sign
dito, di
kayo.
ba?
Sign ng
Oh,
papel.
nakakainis eh. I mean, yung, kasi yung printer namin nasa second floor, nasa third floor yung room namin. So I have to go down, get it, excuse me, and then sign it, and then go back down,
Just to
scan it.
scan it.
Oh, I have to go back up to scan. Ay, nako. Laking bagay yung DocuSign na yan. Oo nga,
Ayun
yun,
nga, ayun
sana.
nga. I mean, I guess that's a limitation then on our end. I mean, not everyone here can afford what we have, diba? In terms
Oo, sa
of
bagay.
working remotely.
Sa bagay, sa bagay.
Pero ako, I actually am thinking it could be a new kind of OFW. Kasi,
Oo.
diba? Why will
Oo
you
nga.
go abroad when you can work here and still be with your family? Diba?
Yeah, oo nga, oo nga. I mean, a lot of software development, and like you mentioned, you know, people in WordPress support, uh, kaya na nilang gawin remotely.
Mm.
Yan, ikaw, parang OFW ka na rin, in a way.
Oo nga.
Di ba?
Oo. Nalala ko nga so I was really absent-minded sa airport when I was flying out. I ended up lining up sa OFW lane. As in,
Okay.
sobrang absent-minded ako. I didn't realize I was there. I mean, normally I would line up sa non-OFW lane kasi hindi naman OFW eh. Tapos nung dumating ako sa immigration, parang, so sir, nagtatrabaho kayo sa Estonia? Ha? Hindi po, remote work. Tapos parang, okay.
Mali.
Mali.
Ay. Minsan yung mga immigration yan, pag-iinitan ka pa, pag ano. Yung medyong pag na-feel nila na baguhan na traveler ka, parang ang dami nilang hinihingi. Like, company ID, mga ganun. Siyempre, hindi mo naman dala lahat yan eh.
Permission letter.
Permission letter. For what? Tas pag ano pa, yung nangyayari rin sa pag bagong renewal ng passport. Tapos tatanong, saan ka nagtatrabaho? So, may sarili ng kumpanya. Ano ginagawa niyo? Magawa ng games. Okay. Siya, tatak na sa list na. Kasi, kala ko, hingan pa ng company ID. So, company ID, bakit?
Ano yung profit loss report mo for 2020?
No, yeah, that's confidential. I'm sorry.
Grabe.
Ay, yan. Minsan talaga. Ewan ko.
Yun. I mean, ito pa, if people work here, instead of being an OFW, hindi nila sila gagastos sa ibang bansa. Dito na sila
Exactly.
gagastos. So,
GDP gets better, no? Overall.
Overcharged economy.
Yan.
You think remittances help the economy stay afloat? Ay nako, wait until more people actually work here for foreign employers.
Actually, doon natin may kita this Q4. How will it, kasi usually that's traditionally the remittances coming in, di ba?
Patay.
Wala. Madaming nawala ng trabaho abroad.
Patay.
Yung recurring problem of the seamen, ito, mga seamen getting stuck in whatever country they are in or in the boat kasi they can't come home. Hindi rin sila pinapaalis ng country of origin.
Yeah.
So it's yan.
Keep right
Uh,
and then turn right.
we'll see how our economy will be. And then of course the
Turn right.
ano rin, etong weakening of the dollar, nako. Ouch.
Ah, yes. Yes,
Weakening of the
yes.
dollar. Like ano na ba? Is it 40 as of this recording? What?
Like,
40
um,
44?
48 naman.
48. Okay, okay.
So at least tumataas siya na konti. Pero yeah, it's still an all-time low.
Mm,
Well, all-time low since March 18.
yan.
Wow, it's really going down. I didn't know that.
I think because of ano rin eh. They're waiting and seeing on how
In
the
elections.
elections, so I feel.
Oo nga, oo nga. Ay.
Yan ang realities natin ngayon.
So kaya nga, yun. And I guess that brings us to our next question. How do you
Mm.
improve the working conditions uh, of a working from home setup, work from home setup?
Mm.
Ako, we really need better internet.
Yeah. First and foremost is infrastructure.
Yes, infrastructure. Ang daming
Sa
opportunities na bubukas dahil doon.
Oo nga. Sana nga ano eh. Sayang yung 'di ba yung NBN dati ni Gloria
Ah,
na
oo, yung ZTE.
nagkaleche-leche lang. Oo. I mean, dahil lang sa corruption. Pero it's a good ano eh. That was a good initiative eh.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you talk to other people, that's why other countries their internet is so cheap. Is because malaking cost is subsidized na by the government.
The government, yeah.
Yeah. So like I was asking nga dun sa Singapore, yung fiber nila. Oh, how do you hook up your fiber? Oh, we just pay this fee and then yun na. So you don't have to pay for the installation fee. What's that? Kasi yan, subsidized na yung wires nila. Yung
Saka,
optical ano,
no,
yung
no,
paglatag.
knowing Singapore, when you request for one, just the same day, naka-ready na yung connection mo.
Oo nga. Yun. Pero yung malaking bagay nyo, yung installation fee, wala eh.
Wala.
Dito sa atin, yung fiber ko, ano eh, since it was a little new, they were charging me 15,000 for the installation fee.
Grabe.
Wala. Sabi ko, baka pwedeng ano na lang, I prepay na lang 1 year. Boom! Tigil. Ay. At bigla siya nagpreno, nakakainis.
Nakikita ko na kaya nag-uwi na ako eh.
Kala ko nagsa-slow down lang. Ay, nako. Stupid truck. Rabin. Ano yung Rabin na yan? Visit ka. What was I saying? Yeah, the installation fee was 15,000.
Grabe.
So pinakiusapan baka I can prepay na lang 1 year. May internet fee kasi nakatali din naman ako ng 1 year contract eh. So might as well prepay it na lang, di ba?
Oh.
So pumayag. So sige, you can do that. So okay. So rather than paying 15,000, I paid the advance for 1 year.
Ayun,
buti na lang.
naman.
Buti nila maganda rin ang service nila so far sa amin.
Ako naman, when I upgraded from DSL to CAP to fiber, it took me a month to get it done and I literally had to follow up by going to the service center of this 4-letter telco, diba? So, and then
Globe? Joke lang.
na-resolve lang yung problem because one of the managers in the service center that I visited 4 previous times
Okay.
parang realized that I was making repeat visits. So she pulled me into her office and then she asked me to explain what I wanted. And then she did the old, yung typical Pinoy thing. I'm going to call my contacts and I will use my contacts to get this done right away.
Sus.
Okay.
Kailangan pang dumaan sa ganyan para
kailangan pang dumaan sa Pinoy who you know thing, di ba?
Ikaw na nga, you're willing na nga to pay it. Gusto mo na magpakabit. Ayaw pa nila.
Exactly.
Yun. Nakakainis. Pero yes, besides the better infrastructure, what do you think is needed pa for better working conditions for work from home.
Mm, well, it's related to what you said earlier. Oo, babagal. Titigil to titigil to.
Yeah, pupreno na ako.
Ano to, mindset change din eh.
Tama. I
So,
agree.
related to sa episode natin about esports, na
Mm.
towards the end, we were talking about how the mindset also needs to change
Mhm.
for esports to find success. It's also similar here eh, na, people talk about the new normal. People also need to realize that working online is part of the new normal, quote unquote, the new normal. Na, you know, it can actually be more efficient uh, for your people to work from home and even more profitable,
Mm.
diba? I
Tama.
guess what would improve the working conditions would be the change in mindset to make it clear that okay, just because they're working from home doesn't mean they can work from you for you 24/7, diba?
Mm.
Um, kung 9 to ito pa sa toggle 9 to 5 yung trabaho ko dapat. Eh, 'di ba dito
Mm.
usually 9 to 6, 'di ba? Kasi
Mm.
may 1 hour lunch break. Pero
Oh.
9 to 5. But yeah, so kung 9 to 6, eh then 9 to 6 lang talaga yung trabaho.
Mm.
Kung may emergency,
Keep
I mean,
left.
dapat may room naman for emergency. Naiintindihan ko naman yun. Like, oops, the server went down. We need someone to look into it right away. Pwede
Mm.
naman yun. Pero yung normal business day, dapat hindi siya hindi siya yung like how many
So,
offices are today.
mm.
Yung
Oo
todo
nga.
OT na unpaid. Yun.
Oo
Oh,
nga.
ay.
Eh. Oh. Tara, I anticipated.
Running na ako.
Oo nga. Yung mindset change, I guess culture and maybe policy na rin, no?
Oo.
But ayun I think eto na binebenta ko na yung toggle pero I guess if management had a tool like toggle, those things will be feeling ko mas mare-reduce kasi kita na ng employer or like top level management, okay, this guy has been putting in the work, nas tamang oras naman,
Oo.
tama yung output.
Oo, exactly. Diba?
Baka yun lang yung kailangan, yung tools na ganyan time management tools and monitoring. Kasi
Tama,
ngayon
tama.
yung parang yung naririnig nating mga kwento na nasa bahay ka naman to, baka pwedeng gawin mo naman to or tapusin mo naman to, 'di ba? Kasi kailangan na tomorrow. Yung tipong ganun.
Ay, yun yung failure ng management kung ay kailangan ko na to bukas.
Hmm,
'Di ba? Kasi hindi sila
sabagay.
plano na maayos eh.
Oo nga.
Uy. Okay.
Wala. Sisingitan
Kung
mo.
kunwari nagsingit ka tapos binangga ka sa likod,
Yan.
charge ka pa rin.
Oh. Basta bangga, kasalanan ko.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Dapat, alam ko na, dapat they should make a mode of this
Exit
game.
right.
Commonwealth Truck Simulator. Tapos,
Ko.
may mag-jaywalk palagi.
Naku. Kaya nga, meron na nga 'di ba? Overpass na hindi naman ginagamit.
Turn left.
Or wala pala.
I'm sure meron, pero ito yung problema kasi, I mean, I actually don't blame people who jaywalk.
Okay.
Kasi it's a failure of planning eh. Kasi, okay, why do you think these people have to cross Commonwealth? Kasi they live along the road na nasa maybe they're informal settlers or whatever. Pero why are they why are they informal settlers? Kasi kulang ng affordable housing. Parang ganun. But yeah, we're going off topic. But yeah, dapat may truck simulator, Commonwealth Truck Simulator para ma-challenge talaga, di ba?
Oo nga. Pero I found, off topic na tayo. Pero I found out, like a few years ago na Quezon City was supposed to be the
Keep
capital.
and then turn left.
Kaya yung ano, 'di ba, yung ang lalapad ng mga kalye
Turn
sa
left.
may
Oo.
yan, sa may Commonwealth, sa
Yes,
may
yes.
Circle, 'di ba?
Yes.
Because it was in preparation for that. And
Yes.
you have the government buildings are all there, 'di ba?
And then also,
Tas
I read somewhere that si Quezon, what he wanted Quezon Avenue to
mm,
go all the way to Quirino Grandstand na
mm,
diretso, na ganun kalapad na avenue diretso. Kasi gusto
oh,
niya, I'm not sure if this is true, but someone who read a lot told me, rest in
Get
peace,
ready to
Junid.
turn right.
Uh, he told me that yung dream ni Quezon was the elected president would walk along Quezon Avenue from
Turn
Quezon
left.
Circle to Quirino Grandstand for his inauguration. His or her
what? Ang
inauguration.
medyo malayo yun, ah.
Oh, pero at least he'll get to, meet the people, di ba?
So
Parang
yun.
yung version natin sa US, yung National Mall sa US na, di ba pag inauguration, maglalakad yung president-elect along the National Mall towards the Capitol.
Okay. Ganun
Parang
pala.
gusto niyang ganun version natin.
Hmm. Ano nangyari?
Wala,
Wala.
hindi natuloy yung plano niya eh. Kaya yung Quezon Avenue, teka, saan siya tumitigil? Basta hindi siya tuloy-tuloy
Hindi na
hanggang
tuloy QAV, hindi na tuloy-tuloy yan. Oo nga, no? It was
tumitigil
supposed
siya
to.
sa may, ano to? So, nagiging Lerma siya. Espanya. Nagiging Espanya. And then to
Hmm.
Lerma. Tapos, well, technically, dumidiretso pa rin siya. Pero, hindi siya yung
Recomputing.
gusto niya dati na dire-diretso talaga.
Hmm. So,
Ayun.
nag-roro lang, roro.
Roro.
I think we're in Sweden.
It looks like a Polish flag.
Oo nga, actually. Ayan, work from home. Conditions.
Conditions.
Better
Turn
conditions.
left.
Internet. So, I think sinabi natin, internet, mindset,
Mindset. Culture.
culture.
Yan.
I guess as the benefits become more clear,
Get ready to turn left.
magiging mas popular siya.
Okay, so you think after this pandemic,
Turn left.
if and when it goes away, do you think other companies will permanently adapt
Oh yeah,
working from home?
I know at least 2 companies who have adopted permanent. Parang magli-left siya.
Oops.
Ay, okay.
Mali ako. Mali. So are these two local companies?
Yeah, your company and
Hmm.
yung company ng kaibigan ko ni Mike Villar, Growth Rocket. Yung sinabi ko na nag-work from home sila dahil sa pandemic. Tapos ngayon, they decided na work from home na lang talaga sila for good.
Permanent na.
Oo.
Oo nga. Baka yun ang magiging story na convert na to work from home kasi kaya pala eh.
Oh, exactly, di ba? Parang dati sasabihin, hindi naman kaya work from home eh. Tapos ngayon, kaya pala eh. Anong gagawin? Ba't hindi natin gawin?
Oo nga. Actually, I understand the hesitations din. No? I mean,
Yeah.
coming from there. Yeah.
Yes.
But it just unfortunately it took the pandemic for us to try. Or actually hindi, mga natural disasters like yung Taal volcano. Doon nagsimula lahat eh. Tsaka yung mga typhoon yan. Doon nagsisimula. Ang laking bagay yan yung nakakainis yung pagbabagyo, parang pag-uusapan pa namin ni Jed,
Yun.
Mag-half day ba tayo? Ganun. Ay.
Ito, wala na problema eh kasi nasa bahay lang.
Oo nga.
Kung wala kang kuryente, sabihin mo lang, okay, sige.
Wala eh. Ganun talaga. Out of your hands na. Kesa yung, pag di kayo naman nag-half day, kawawa na may empleyado, uuwi sa baha. Tapos the next day, kailangan pumasok.
ito, nalala mo yung, I won't name names para hindi tayo may NBI, pero there was a city mayor before na mahaba yung post niya about their struggle
Okay.
whether or not to declare no classes. So,
Okay.
parang ang dami niya, ang
Struggle.
haba ng post niya kasi I think this mayor got into trouble for not declaring no classes when there's clearly a bagyo, and then
Oh.
they also got into trouble when they declared no classes pero hindi naman pala umulan.
Oh.
So, yun, parang, yeah, it would help with that.
Oo nga.
At the roundabout,
It's
take
ano
the
eh.
first exit.
Parang you're damned if you do it, if you damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
dami if you don't. So,
Yeah.
parang, wala na.
Exit now.
Ay, question. Try
Hmm.
mo na diretsuhin yung rotonda na yun.
Hindi. Pero I think masisira suspension mo.
Okay, okay.
Eh. Or gulong pala.
I actually think nga schooling, I guess, maybe schooling would be, maybe distance learning would become more popular then.
Mm.
Because of what's happening. Pero yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're straying a little off topic pero
Oh, yeah.
okay lang. Pero yan, distance learning parang for me naman oh crap. Sorry. Distance learning. Ako kasi for me school kasi parang dun ka nag-ano eh, dun ka nagsisimula na maging social.
Sabagay.
So dun mo na-develop ang social skills mo.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi assuming regular ang upbringing mo, dapat napagdaanan mo na lahat ng social mo eh. Yung
Social milestones ko, no?
yun ganun, social milestones. That's why I think school for me has that big role to play. So when it comes to distance learning, yun, parang wala na, you take away that one major part.
Saka I'm sure parents would love to have their kids go back to school para they don't have to keep watching over them at home.
Oh, and you have to help them rin with their the asynchronous worksheet or so parang nagiging teacher ka na rin in a way.
Yes.
Go straight on.
Yun.
Lalo na sa asynchronous work.
Mm-mm. Kailangan guide mo, turuan mo. Syempre, if you have young kids, di pa masyado nakapagbasa. So you have to read it for them. Ayun. Pero nga, I was watching a short video by Simon. Oh shit, I forgot his last name. It's hard to say. Simon Sinek.
Oh, the classes, yeah.
Yan, tama, the guy with glasses. And his books are nice, yung All About Your Why, Finding Your Why, mga ganun. Pero yun, he brings up a good point na yung mga kids din today, or even the young adults, parang hindi na sila sanay to confront or to have confrontation. So, pag kunyari mag-boyfriend girlfriend tapos magbo-break na, parang uso na daw yung ghosting lang. So, hindi ka na magpaparamdam, wala na. Kasi lahat online na, 'di ba?
Grabe.
So ganoon na daw. So when there's confrontation or there's like some friction in the relationship, wala na, they don't know how to deal with it. So I fear with distance learning, mas magiging magko-compound pa yung problem na yan.
Oh, well, sabagay, yeah. That's a good point.
'Di ba? Yun ang kabataan ngayon. Ghosting grabe.
Nalala ko nga yung pamangkin ko, told me na hindi rin uso mag-declare na, mag-girlfriend, mag-boyfriend na tayo. Parang, they want to keep it vague.
Okay.
I don't know why though.
Wala, yan lang ang thing ngayon.
Oh, well, according to my nephew at least, yeah. My nephew is in college.
Okay. Wow, gano'n na pala. Hindi na pwede magsabi na mag-jowa kayo or
Jowa
something,
na
'no?
kayo. Ano,
Oo.
nag-jowa na ba tayo? Parang ganun. Mag-jowa na ba?
Wala. It's wala. We're not putting, like, titles onto our
Yun,
relationship.
yun, yun. Parang hindi na uso ang labeling. Yun, yan yung...
Okay, yeah, sure. Pero grabe, no? I mean, like, 'tong mga new graduates, no? How hard is it for them right now to find jobs? And then if they find a job, diretso work from home na. Most likely, no? Hirap naman. Yun, that in itself, medyo social milestone din eh. Yung
Yeah,
going
going
to the
to...
office, di ba?
Yeah,
Working
yeah.
with colleagues, how to deal
Meeting
with it.
colleagues for the first time. Yeah,
Yeah, di ba? I feel that's a big thing din eh.
true.
Pero wala, forced to work from home. And that will, again, compound the ghosting problem again.
Yeah, kasi
Kasi lahat online.
sa ano to, sa Toggle, when you join Toggle Track or any of the Toggle companies, you
Mm.
every week kasi we have a kitchen talk, quote unquote kitchen talk, where someone presents something to the whole company. I mean,
Okay.
hindi naman mandatory to attend. So yeah, since hindi mandatory to attend, sorry. When people join the company or start working for the company, they guest on the kitchen talk to introduce themselves and to answer questions.
Ah,
Since hindi mandatory yung kitchen talk, they won't meet everyone right away, di ba?
mm.
Uh, so parang, yeah, I know what you're saying na nawala na yung social milestone na yun na they don't meet everyone. Kasi, di ba, if you go to office, you really have to meet everyone in the company because you're actually
Mm.
there, di ba?
Oo nga. I mean, not just meeting everyone, it's like meeting other people and
Mm.
working with them. Uh, Yun ang ano eh, I feel yun ang medyo malaking bagay din eh, na when you're out of college, kaklase, di ba, parang you don't really work with them naman eh. Sometimes you do. But mostly it's like, oh, we're friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you have
Pero,
the people you like, di ba?
yeah,
Here, choice.
wala. Hirap din. We're lucky nga kami, the people I have. Yeah, we've worked together long enough na to be very comfortable either offline or online.
Mm-hmm.
So I am trying to imagine lang like, oh, if I have to hire a new person, parang hirap naman. How do you onboard them? How do you introduce the company culture? Kasi wala, it's all online na eh, so to speak eh. You
Yeah.
cannot, it's not, you cannot really like lead by example anymore. Yun ang, I guess yun ang one of the difficult things, no?
Yeah,
From
kasi
working remotely.
it's all asynchronous communication na eh.
Oo nga. Kayo ba may parang um, within the company may mga Zoom calls ba kayo or like voice calls or video calls pala?
Video
Or
calls
you keep it?
well, we actually maintain a running Zoom call. We call it the water cooler chat. Wala lang, if you're up on, kwentuhan lang kayo, okay lang yun, go game. Pero we need to coordinate with something. We do Zoom calls talaga.
Okay.
But yun nga, a common joke in our company is could have been an email or could have been a Slack chat, parang ganun. Parang
Oh.
we really don't want to call that kind of meeting. It could have been an email or a Slack chat. That's really something we avoid talaga.
Pero cool yung concept na yun na may parang water cooler Zoom
Oo.
room kayo, no?
Na parang Discord channel na you can just join at any time.
Na drop in drop out lang, no?
Oo. Discord
Tapos
voice channel pala, Discord voice. Parang ganun.
Pero hirap pa rin. Parang, call me old school. Pero yun eh, when you socialize, of course, as much as possible, sana in person.
Mm-hmm.
Hirap eh. Like, I think I was chatting with Jed, no, the other day na sabi niya, parang mas nakakapagod pa mag-teach online rather than in person.
Oo
Tas
nga, oo nga.
I feel nga kasi madaming the body language kasi nawawala. So kasi you can communicate with your body language and you can get cues from people.
Yeah,
Ito wala
wala
eh.
siyang
It's
print, di ba?
you're trying to get cues from the voice na lang if there's no camera. Even
Mm.
there's camera, parang hirap pa rin tingnan kasi may lag and everything. And
Yeah, I
yun.
mean, that's actually also why we have a meet. We also have video calls sometimes kasi we also want to see. So requirement then, or not a requirement, but you're expected to turn on your camera when you have a meeting, internal meeting, kasi we also want to see each other's body language and non vocal cues.
Mm.
That's one way we address that. But yeah, I totally understand. Kasi si Jed naman can't see everyone else at once, di ba?
Yeah, oo nga. Yun,
Dapat
hirap.
nga, yun nga, baka he needs to take a streamer mindset. I mean, yeah, I've been joking about this before, pero baka
Mm.
semi-seriously, he might have to adopt a streamer mindset since
Oo.
Go
the
straight
way
on.
he's teaching, the medium he's using to teach is different na eh.
Oo
Diba?
nga. Oh, you're right, you're right. Na you have to like think about having to constantly talk and not minding like yun para yan nagmo-monologue ka na lang literally.
Oh, and
And
then he can literally, his students can ask him questions sa chat, diba?
and then he'll have to answer na. O nga no? Parang streamer na talaga. Yan.
Talaga.
Gina-joke natin pero totoo na pala.
Feeling ko, oh nga no, we should tell him that. He should try taking a streamer approach para and see how it works.
Oo nga. But for sa work, wala eh. Parang, I guess yung calls kasi natin are, well, my calls pala, at most, pinakamahaba, mga 1 hour. Kasi, minsan, nagbe-brainstorm kami for new game concept. Pero, daily, it's ano eh. Parang 15 minutes, tapos na. Minsan, shorter pa.
Oh, yeah.
And then exit right.
Yeah, actually, that's also what you noticed na when we have any video calls, parang
Exit right.
uh, it's rare that we actually fill up the time.
Mm-mm.
Kasi, okay, we're done now with our points. Okay, do we have to talk about anything else? Wala. Okay, sige.
Get
See
ready.
you.
Oo nga. Hindi yung yung pet peeve ko nga dati sa dun din working with the family business no pag nagbi-meeting
Turn left.
it takes so long to start kasi
Mm.
people don't parang for some reason people don't wanna be there on time. So ako I make it a point of course to be always there on time. Tas
Yeah.
yan I have to wait 10-15 minutes pa isa-isa para pararating. Tapos yan, yung mga small talk na, kamusta na si ganyan? Kamusta na yung mga anak mo? Tapos, okay naman, yan, makulit, ganun. Puro ganun eh. Tapos, siguro like, mga 30-40 minutes of the scheduled time bago pa magsa-start yung mismong meeting. Ay, shit.
Hala.
Almost missed it. Nandiyan na tayo, lapit na oh.
Parang,
Ay.
reminds me of, ano to? So when I used to work in an agency, one of our clients was a big Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
So, I mean, granted, to be fair, the owners were on time naman eh. So, okay siya.
Okay.
When I started, so, since I was new, they wanted to introduce me to the company, so to speak.
Okay.
So we made this DVD for you
Get ready. Turn right.
about our company, what we've done. They played it. They asked us to play it.
Okay.
My laptop. Buti na lang I played it on my laptop.
Oh.
So I started it and I looked at the timeline. Parang it was 2 hours long, the whole video. So ako
Wow.
parang, shoot. So yung ginawa ko, I literally tracked it to the last 10 minutes.
Go straight on.
Okay.
Para matapos na agad. Pero when I did
Wait.
that, after the video was done,
Oh.
after the video was done, yung mga owners were parang, wait, why did you go forward?
Turn right.
The expectation pala was for us to watch the whole 2-hour video. Buti na lang sinabi ko, yeah, actually, it's great that you gave this DVD because I can review it at any time and gain a better understanding of your company. Parang ganun.
Ang haba naman ng corporate video nila, 2 hours.
Oh, more like random clips recorded in the restaurant that were put together. Like
Okay.
for example, si Dolphy was there, so they had the video of this violinist performing in front of him.
Okay.
So yeah,
Ay.
parang to your point about I guess that's one thing also that's great in remote work since the mindset is different. It's all about ano kailangan mo? Ito. O anong gagawin natin? Ito. Okay, sige, bye.
It's mas immediate no?
Oh.
Oo nga.
Kasi we also make room in our company. We also make room for the small talk type na in this channel or in this call, small talk. Pag itong channel or pag itong meeting, video call, seryoso dapat. So diretso na. Wala nang small talk.
Tama. Oo nga. Tapos kami nga small talk na lang namin sa Slack na lang. Ganoon na lang. Na may ibang channel for like random stuff. Doon mo nila yung ilalabas. Pero sa work channel is work talaga.
Oo nga.
Oo nga. Yun.
Yan yung maganda din for me, the clarity na we're just here to communicate about this. We don't need to make small talk and be chummy kasi we have a job to do. Let's get it done.
Oo nga. Ayun. So, our job is complete for Eurotruck and I think we had a really good discussion on work from home. Sige Rico, maybe there's some last things you want to plug for Toggle.
Ayun, just visit toggle.com. So that's toggl.com. If you guys want a demo for your company and your team is 15 people or more, just email me at rico@toggle.com. That's rico@toggl.com. I'll be more than happy to provide a demo for you guys.
Nice. I should nga. I'll take a look nga din, Rico. May baka bigyan mo ako ng demo. I can maybe sell it to my to our family business if they want to like really take this work from home thing seriously.
Sige.
Okay, sige. That's it for the episode. Thank you everybody for listening and thanks Rico for joining me on this trip.
Di pa ako nakadrive, sayang.
Di talaga kita papadrive. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, we would appreciate it if you could follow us on Spotify. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leaving a review will also be a big help. Finally, if you want to keep in touch, you can do so by liking our Facebook page. Just search for Tander Chats.